Peace, everybody. It's your boy. Let's talk. We back with another video. All right, thank you for joining me out here while I'm getting my road work in, sweating. Got my sauna suit on, my Vaseline and plastic underneath too. I don't know if y'all be noticing that, but I do have layers on when I'm out here. Get that extra sweat in. That's something I picked up boxing. Uh, that's why like fighters, can't even say most, but all fighters, regardless MMA, boxing, whatever. We know how to cut weight fast doing certain tricks. I don't advise it for the average everyday person because it takes years to build up doing the stuff that we do. And if you don't know how to do it, you can hurt yourself real bad. But yeah, we getting it in. But let's talk about why Generation Z, why they stop applying to 9 to 5 jobs. Y'all notice that? Y'all notice how uh, people always say this young generation, the Gen Z generation, they don't want to work, they're lazy, they don't want to do anything, which is partly true. A lot of times that is true. They don't want to do anything, they don't want to work, but I don't necessarily think that it really has anything to do with work, because a lot of us do like to work, but I think most of us like to work on our own terms and do our own thing. And I think now we have a generation who are like, we're not gonna, conform to the norms of our parents or our grandparents and great grandparents. We're gonna do our own thing and make our own money. And you got a lot of the Gen Z generation actually doing it. You got some, excuse me. You got them doing it so much that, and they're inspiring the millennials, the Gen X's, the boomers to do the same thing. Like, I'm a millennial and I get inspired by the younger generation. I talk about it all the time, how you got a lot of these kids nowadays who's using the technology that we have to their vice to get exposure, to monetize their lives and what they're doing, and it's working out for them. Now you do got a lot of lazy kids who out here ain't doing nothing, but we had that in every generation. Like, for real, we're not going to front about that. We're not just going to act like it's just the Gen Z kids who just ain't doing nothing, and every other generation was just that much better, because that's absolutely false. We had delinquents in every period of history. But you got the Generation Z, these kids now, young adults, whatever you want to call them, they're using social media and they're building a healthy lifestyle with it. Sometimes it can be like inconducive to them because you got some of them making so much money, they're so young, like, did they crash out? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how much money some of these people are making. And like I said, you got the older generations like myself and others following their lead. I see the Gen Z kids, I look at what they do, and I try to, follow that blueprint. You know, uh, I think a lot of us who are now on social media see Generation Z and what they do as far as content and monetization and lifestyle, and we like, shoot, if they can do it, we can do it too. For real. So I don't knock it. I don't really look at it as a bad thing. And I just made a video just recently talking about like how your average everyday 9 to 5 workers like don't understand content creators. Um, because this falls in the line of it too. Because you got kids who's, focus on doing content, building up their content, and you got the parents or the authority figure telling them, don't do that, focus on school, doing this, doing that. Just basically telling them to stay a worker, to be a worker bee, to be an employee. And the kids see that I don't got to do that, especially if they're serious about what they're doing. Now, I can see if they was just on like playing video games and not doing anything. And shoot, if you were like one of those Twitch streamers who record yourself playing video games to monetize it, I don't even knock that, because at least you making money just sitting home and just playing video games. But if you ain't just doing nothing, all right, I can see, listen to your parents or listen to whoever, you know, got your best interests at heart. It may not be something that I fully agree with as far as conforming to be a worker bee, but work is work. I tell y'all that all the time. But when these kids got a plan, if they see something and they doing it and they actually focusing on it, then I tell y'all as a parent or just someone who got someone in their lives who just doing something like that in general, encourage them, like build them up, tell them to keep doing, help them. Shoot, you do it too, because you never know that kid who's focusing on social media, who's trying to build up a brand, who's like creating content, not just watch, because it's the difference between watching social media and watching content and creating content. If you have someone, because that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about someone who's trying to create content. If you got someone who's trying to create content, then help them, build them up, because you never know. That may change his or her life and y'all lives together as a whole, because content creation is where is it at right now. So, like, that's why a lot of the Generation Z kids, they're not applying to your standard everyday jobs. And that's why, we had a period where a lot of jobs is now available. We still got jobs available. Now, I'm starting to hear that jobs are slowing down now because they starting to get filled with, migrants and stuff, but that's a topic for another video. But as far as these Gen Z, yeah, they don't want to work for you. They don't want to work at no company. They don't want to do a 9 to 5, slaving all week just to have certain days off. Because most people would choose to work Monday through Friday after weekend off. You don't got that choice at a lot of jobs. You got to work when they want you to work. And then you slave all year long just to have a week off on vacation. And you working 365 days that year. And you get like what 5 days off? Because you already supposed to get like 2 days off automatically. Depending on if you're working like a 5-day job. Because some jobs, people work 6 days. So out of 365, you get between 6 and 7 days off as vacation. That's your thank you. That's your standard. That's them saying, yeah, you did a good job, my boy or my girl. Here you go. No, we not doing that. And that's why Gen Z kids, they said they ain't doing it either. So as long as they doing something, I don't really knock it. And like I said, if you see them doing it and it could potentially change your life, you should do it too. But that's all I got for now, guys. Let me know what y'all think. Drop your comments down below. Make sure I hit the like, subscribe, hit the bell. I'll see y'all the next one. Peace.